Hello, sweet souls. This is your first reading. I want to address something really quick before I get started. So, for those of you that are new, my intentions has always been for this channel to help souls to heal, to overcome their trauma, to become empowered, to love themselves, and to love God, to follow with faith. And I know some people are meant to come to my channel for a short time to get over the hump, and others for a long time. And that's okay. It's not an easy job because you get a lot of ridicule. Posting these videos, doing readings. I have to expose the truth. I feel like I'm meant to expose the truth, and whoever is drawn to it is meant to hear the truth. But I have a really thick skin, and because of my own trauma that I've healed from, I am empowered and I'm strong. So I can take it because I won't allow anyone to intimidate or bully me out of helping all of you. Because what I do, it comes from the heart. I truly have love in my heart, and I truly want to help. And until the good Lord tells me otherwise, I will continue to do this. But if the Lord tells me today, this is not what I'm asking of you, you will not see me in this manner. So I just wanted to put it out there. We get a lot of negative comments, and I know who I am, and I know what I'm meant to do. And if I can help one soul, just one soul, to heal and overcome their trauma, embrace faith and self-love, then I've been blessed. And that's how I feel. So I don't know who needs to hear that, but I'm going to put it out there. We're going to call on St. Michael. St. Michael, please transmute all negative energy to positive, sent toward myself or the viewer. We're going to call on the Holy Spirit, angel, saints, spirit guides, and ancestors, and ask for a message for your greater good. We pray for truth and only truth for the greater good of the beautiful collective. So let's just do a general first, and then I have some specific questions I want to ask for you guys. So let's just see what's in the energy. Let's see what's in the energy. We have an 8/8 portal, Lionsgate portal coming up, which is pretty exciting. What's in the energy for the beautiful collective? What's in the energy for the beautiful collective? Yeah, you are operating in the King of Wands energy. You're taking charge with authority. You are the leader. You're taking passionate action. You're strong, you're confident, and you're courageous because of your intuition. You've strengthened in your connection with God. And so you're confident about where you're led. In the current energy, you guys are focused on creating, whether this is career, business, your own business, but you are focused on your creative projects, and they will pay off for you if they haven't already. So that's pretty amazing. There is a new contract that's coming in. This could be a contract in love. This could be a contract in business. Whatever it is, it's definitely a divine blessing for you. Yeah, it's going to support your passionate action, you following your passion. You're protected as well. I feel that for some of you, it could be a divine partner, like Mark is in my life, that will also protect and support what it is you create. It could also be a business partner. I see you guys receiving blessings, equal energy exchange, being committed to a new path. I see a lot of stability, victory, and success. This all has to do with your new beginning, embracing your new beginning. So I absolutely love that. So let's see. Let's do a couple from the chat answers oracle for the beautiful collective. What do they need to know? Yeah, you're making a difference. You are being guided on a new path. Based on free will choices, this is your destined path. You have accepted whatever trauma or experiences that you've had in the past that put you in alignment with your destined path. So that's beautiful. Yeah, there's freedom. It's like finally being free, surviving all that you have been through. Being free, but allowing that experience to be what inspires you to persevere, to keep going, to not give up on yourself, to gain that spiritual strength that you need to move forward. That's beautiful. Yeah, because you seek guidance from God. That's why. And, I feel like every soul on this earth is meant to help humanity. And it talks about it. I'm still reading the book of Matthew about how Jesus was telling the disciples that, no, he was telling a group of people that, and I won't have the words exactly right, what you do for others, you do for me. What you don't do for others, you don't do for me. So it's like, if you are giving from your heart and you are helping others, you're actually doing it for the Lord. So that's beautiful. Yeah, you have a generous heart. You give with an open heart. You're very loving. And that is what's powerful in you. The same loving heart that was a target, that made you a target for narcissistic energies, unhealed people that wanted to take advantage of you because of that loving heart. Through your awakening, that is definitely becoming your superpower. I love that. Yeah, because you're meant to take that loving heart, use the wisdom that you gained, and teach and support others, guide others in some way. Whether it's an online platform, writing a book, creating something that would benefit others. It's beautiful. There could be a special date, birthday, holiday, or an important day. There could be a lot of reflection at this time. There could be things coming to the surface so that you can feel what you need to feel and release it, and that's okay. That's okay. The spiritual realm will bring to the surface anything that we have not recognized we've stuffed down. Remnant energy. Because the spiritual realm wants you to be free and clear completely. Anything else? One more? Yeah, you've learned how to reject anything that goes against universal law. If it doesn't go in alignment with spiritual law, then you're not going to entertain it. You're not going to allow people like this in your energy because it's detrimental to your energy, to your elevation. So, yeah, they're saying you're flexible. You bent, but you didn't break. You shifted with grace, and you've learned to set boundaries. You have a book's worth of wisdom now. I love it. That's beautiful. All right. I want to ask, before I get to the questions, I want to do a little August preview. Let's do a little August preview. All right. Holy Spirit, holy angels, saints, spirit guides, and ancestors, can you please show us for the month of August, what does the beautiful collective need to be aware of for the month of August? Let's just do August energy. Overall energy for August. The obstacle. Advice for August. And outcome. King of Cups. Now, this King of Cups can be somebody new that's coming into your life, whether it's a man or a woman, someone very loving and kind, intuitive, emotionally supportive. It's a brand new leap of faith that you will take. Current energy, this could be you in the King of Wands energy, taking charge with authority, being the lead, following your passion. The obstacle is you're co-creating with God, you're helping others, and you're being recognized for who you are and what you do. The advice, the blockage is someone does not want to awaken, and the outcome, someone remains in devil energy. This is someone definitely attached to you. So, let's see. All right, for the month of August, King of Wands. King of Wands. Okay, so, yeah. This is not you. This King of Wands is someone from the past. The blockage is they have planted bad seeds. So they're reaping what they've sown, which is negative energy. This King of Wands is going to be out in the cold and in financial ruin based on the seeds they have planted, the energy they've put out into the world. So that looks like in the month of August, whoever this is to you, whether it's a family member, an ex-love, or a friend, or business partner, they're going through a lot of loss in August. The obstacle is you're being recognized for who you are and what you do. Three of Pentacles, you're co-creating with God. I love this. Obstacle. It's an obstacle because you're so heavily protected. If anyone is trying to interfere with what you are being called to create, it will not break through God's boundaries. That's why it's an obstacle. Yeah, this is a new investment. You've invested in something new, which is also an obstacle. One more. You have a lot of stability. You could also already be in another union. So that's beautiful, but it's also an obstacle for someone else. The advice, someone does not want to awaken. Advice. And I'll tell you about that. It doesn't matter if someone has lived their whole life in evil energy. When God says it's time to wake up, there's no amount of resistance a mere mortal can put in place that would prevent that awakening. So whether this person wants to awaken or not, it doesn't matter. They are going to awaken. Advice. Yeah, see, this person who's been operating in ego is very imbalanced emotionally, physically, spiritually, and financially. But the divine is forcing them to see from a different perspective, forcing them to see how grounded, stable, and creative, forcing them to see your value. This is a part of this person's lesson. The outcome is devil energy. Let's look. This could be addictions, obsession, control, dominance. Tell me about this ego. Devil energy. Outcome. For the month of August, outcome. Yeah. This person has been operating from ego that is in another family dynamic. Someone is walking away because there's an awakening, like I just said. Yep. So let's see what else we get. All right, current energy for the month of August. It looks like someone here, they didn't plant good seeds. And in the month of August, there is some massive consequences because it looks like they're going to be left out in the cold and in financial ruin. For the month of August, current energy. Yeah. See, this person, because they're going through whatever they're going through in August, it's causing them to feel abandoned, rejected, out in the cold, financially ruined. They want to make a new investment into you, but you're as cold as ice because you don't trust this person. You know the truth. You know, this person has caused a lot of chaos and conflict, a lot of drama. They also have slandered you with the Page of Swords in reverse. They have done everything to destroy your character. You're well aware of this. So you're definitely keeping your boundaries with this person. And see, when you have narcissistic energies, whether they're a true narcissist or they just operate in that energy, they can never be alone. They have to jump from relationship to relationship because for them to be alone, they would have to sit in their own energy and sit in their own thoughts. They would have to feel the pain of all the things that they have done, and they don't want to do that. So this is why they jump from relationship to relationship. So what I'm getting at, if this person went to another dynamic, it's falling apart. They're going to try to come back to you because they always have to have a backup. But this time it's not going to work. The obstacle is you're being loved and celebrated, recognized. You're protected. You've made a new investment that leads to a lot of stability. You could also have called in a new partnership, and it's all an obstacle. Why is this an obstacle in the month of August? Why is this an obstacle in the month of August? Yeah. So they're saying this is karma. What is happening? You being elevated and someone else being abandoned because they were never accountable for what they have done to you and to others. They refused accountability. So now they're going to have to witness victory and success. You moving on and having an amazing life while they go through the Ten of Swords. Elevation for you, Ten of Swords for them. This is how energy works. When you do bad to others, bad comes back to you. When you send love to others, love always comes back to you. All right. The advice is this person is trying to resist their awakening. They're very unstable physically, spiritually, emotionally, and financially, but they're being forced to see you in a different light. They're being forced to see how grounded, stable, and creative you are. Advice. Yeah. So this is a player energy that is exhausted. They could have an illness, but still operating from ego. They're still trying to hold on to whatever thread of old bad behavior that they have. They're holding on. They don't want to leave that comfort zone. They want to continue in that egoic energy. Yeah, but it's because you have moved on. You've moved on to a passionate new beginning and you're stable, whether in a union or on your own, that has just really pushed this person to the breaking point. So instead of doing the work to face what they've done, to be accountable, they would rather be a coward and run from relationship to relationship and continue to operate in the energy of ego, which is not serving them and is not going to help them in life. It looks like in the month of August, the outcome is someone's walking away from a family dynamic. This is an awakening for someone. What's going on with this and the outcome for August? For August. Yeah. See, somebody took reckless action into a union with a karmic partner, Knight of Swords to lovers, and it's ending in August. Death. It's ending. This person's going to be overly emotional. They're going to be heartbroken, in mental anguish. But this is consequences. This is karma. And this is also an opportunity for this person to learn a powerful lesson in humility. How to treat other people. So let's do the gold slippery deck. And it's hard to forgive someone and release them with love and compassion when they've been so evil and vile. But once you get over the initial pain and you're able to heal, you will recognize the benefit for yourself to be able to do that, because it does set you free. It allows you to be in control of your mind, body, and spirit. Because when you are angry or bitter with someone that hurts you, then you're not really in control. You're still feeding energy. So if you're struggling with that, don't worry. Keep going. It'll happen. It will happen. But it looks like in the month of August, somebody here is going to be out in the cold. This is somebody that was operating in ego and fear. They were planting bad seeds. They're going to be out in the cold in financial ruin, and they want to come and give you an offer, but you are in the Queen of Swords because you're aware of all the drama, chaos, and conflict this person put you through, as well as the lies and slander. August energy. Yeah. This person has blocked real divine love. They're carrying heavy burdens in August. They know that they've lost love. They've destroyed the one person that truly loved them. They destroyed that relationship. Yeah, it's the King of Wands again. I'm sorry, Rocco's barking about something. Yeah, they went into this family dynamic and they're being defeated. They could also be humiliated. It's ending. Look, I can't make it up. It's ending. Guys, let me just look to see. Hold on. Hey, what's wrong? It's okay. Okay. I don't know what he's barking at, but so yeah, it's validating the same storyline that there is some sort of family dynamic that's ending for this person. I'm not really sure how it's ending. Let's see. How is it ending? How is it ending? Well, somebody's deciding that they want to make an offer elsewhere. So somebody's going to be out in the cold. So either your past person or whoever this is to you, or the third party is making the decision to make an offer elsewhere, a new investment. And that's what's happening. That's why someone is going to be out in the cold. With the obstacle, you're too protected. You're moving on. You're stable, making a new investment. This is justice for someone that wasn't accountable. They will be made to watch you have victory and success. That's part of the lesson. And it's an obstacle for this person. Obstacle. Obstacle. Devil. Okay. So yeah, it's an obstacle because this person wanted to come in with a false apology because they were love bombing and gaslighting. This was the intention. In this devil energy, they wanted to play games with you. And they know, based on what we just spoke about, is not going to work. Because the Two of Swords is blocked. Is blocked. That's why it's an obstacle. They know that there is no reason and nothing for you to gain to go back to them. There's nothing there that you could gain positive. And they know this. See, they had this maniacal plan to come back in this devil energy and try to gaslight and love bomb you again. It's so sad. They refuse to awaken, but they're very unstable and they're being forced to watch you. Change your perspective and watch you in this grounded, stable, financially secure energy. Face the reality that that's who you are, not the lie that they told themselves. This is a player energy that could be unwell, exhausted, still operating in ego. This person, they're upset because they know that you are focused on a new beginning, your own stability, calling in divine love, and they're upset about this. Again, they're reaping what they've sown. Yeah. See, this person was given to multiples, spreading their energy everywhere, and they were doing this to battle you, to win some game that you weren't playing. This is why they're so imbalanced. Yeah, this player went into a marriage, but it was a game to wound you. But they didn't hurt you. They just pushed you into your healing, and now they're stuck in a marriage or a long-term commitment that's a nightmare. They want to leave. They want to leave. This person's in devil energy. In the outcome for August, someone's walking away. This is an awakening. This is someone that took reckless action to go into a marriage or a long-term commitment with a karmic, and it's ending. It's ending. Yeah, this person's already feeling really trapped. With the Hermit in reverse, they refuse to self-reflect about why they find themselves in the position that they're in. They're exhausted. They need to heal, but they refuse to reflect on their own choices and refuse to be accountable for their choices. It looks like you're building your legacy. There could be opportunities in August coming in for a lot of financial growth, and it's protected. While this person that we're speaking of in this devil energy is very imbalanced, and the cycle is closed with this person. You've done what you needed to do. So that's amazing. Good for you. So I'm going to get to some questions I have for you guys. And if you have any general questions that we can address in the readings or that you would like addressed in the readings, just let me know. And I'll see if we can start addressing, questions, general questions. Not one-on-one like private readings, but just general overall questions like what I'm about to go through. So the first one is, what does collective need to work on? What is the collective energy as a whole What do they need to work on? Take what resonates, leave the rest. So let's see what guidance we get. All right. Holy Spirit, let's use the biblical deck. Holy Spirit, holy angel, saints, spirit guides, and ancestors. What does the beautiful collective need to work on in this current energy? What do they need to be working on for the collective? What do they need to be working on? Well, they're saying they want you to focus on your creative projects. Put all your time and attention and energy into what you're being inspired to create. They want you to work on not overthinking, trusting more, going within for the answers with the hermit energy, obviously staying private, but not going down the rabbit hole of fear-based thinking. What if I create something and it fails? You know, they want you to change how you view whatever you're putting energy into. They don't want you to put any negative energy into it. They want you to look at the glass half full instead of half empty. But they're saying with the hermit, you have a lot of divine wisdom. You hold the answers. We have 2 8s here, 8, 8, and we're talking about August. So definitely this is abundance for sure. It's cause and effect. What does the collective need to be working on? Another 8. Walking away energetically, physically, spiritually, or emotionally from your past, a past person, place, or situation. This has to do with mastering your mind, not feeding into any painful memories. If you feel it, and you heal it, right? But don't just feel it and take no action to heal it and release it, because then you're in jeopardy of staying in that constant cycle of pain. So they're saying work on walking away from past experiences. And I feel like this for most of you is energetically, this is in your mind. What does the collective need to work on? Having confidence, really reflecting on how far you've come, what hell you have survived, and who you are today. The King of Pentacles is saying, I know I'm amazing. I know how confident and courageous, empowered, and creative I am. This is you validating yourself, finding your worth. And if it means because you have insecurities due to abuse, you going on YouTube and watching empowering videos, people that have insecurities, there are tons of videos. Whatever it is, they're saying, find your value and worth, reflect on what you've been through, and feel confident. What does the collective need to work on for August? Okay, they're saying for those of you that have been holding back out of fear, maybe this is fear of losing finances, whatever this fear is that is causing you to hold back or holding on too tightly because you're afraid of losing, whether it's money, whatever it is, they want you to do your research and discover what you're being called to do is a part of your destiny. And when you operate in your fate and destiny, it can't help but turn out in your favor. So they don't want you to be in fear-based energy when it comes to money, when it comes to your creation. They want you to do your research and recognize that if you are called to do something, it can't help but prosper. We have 14, 4, and 10, which is 14, 14, which is 5, 5. Accept the changes. Go with the flow. Be in gratitude and believe in yourself. Yeah. 6 of Pentacles. This talks about equal energy exchange, not accepting less in all relationships across the board. Equal energy exchange. If it's not equal, then it can't be in the energy. Paying attention to that. I love it. Let's go on to the next question. The next one I got is what you don't see coming for August. What doesn't the collective see coming in August? Let's see. And if you like doing it this way, let me know. Since we're doing the longer readings, I wanna be able to help you guys and So if there are specific questions like I'm doing now, let me know. If you like the Celtic cross better, you guys just let me know. So what doesn't the collective see coming for the month of August? Yeah, I was feeling that. Good news. You're coming out as this celestial weaver, a teacher, a guide, someone that carries the light of God, healer energy. It looks like in the month of August, for some of you, you're going to get good news. This message has to do with a collaboration with the Three of Pentacles. Somebody wanting to work with you. For the month of August. What they don't see coming. What they don't see coming. With the Hermit energy, this can be a lot of soul searching, a lot of self-reflection. There could be more healing that's coming in August. But I feel like this has to do with this offer. When this offer comes in, you're really going to sit with it. You're going to do your research on it. And you're going to find Knight of Pentacles, it's long lasting. This is a solid offer. What they don't see coming in August. Well, that was a lot. You know, Seven of Cups on the fence, the blockage. Not allowing confusion and illusion that others try to project, interfere. This is all a part of mastering your mind. Not getting in your head space and trying to figure out the workings of a maniacal mind. Just blocking it because it's not your energy and it's not your job to try to figure out someone else's wounds, mental capacity. No, that's on them. So you're not entertaining it in the month of August. So it looks like in the month of August, you're getting better at mastering your mind. Multiple wishes are coming in the month of August. And someone is going to be in regret in the month of August. I don't feel like that's you, collective, but what's coming in the month of August that the collective does not see coming? Yeah, this is the person that's watching you. So there's a lot of regret coming in for this person in August. What the collective doesn't see coming in August. In August. You're receiving a blessing. Six of Pentacles. That's beautiful. That's an equal energy exchange. You being blessed by the divine. A level up in August. Nine of Pentacles. You know, if you have been working on something on your own, it looks like in August, you're going to see an increase in the financial abundance attached to it. If you have an online business, if you're doing something, and you could be inspired in August to do something and you see immediate results, that's definitely an elevation, a lot of confidence and independence. For some of you, new love is coming in August. If it's not love, this can be a new contract coming in August. What they don't see coming in August. I just hit that with my finger. But Ten of Wands came out in reverse. Dropping a burden in August. Being free of something that's been bothering you. And you're going to be free of it in the month of August. What they don't see coming in the month of August. Planting new seeds. Reaping your harvest. Whatever you've been creating passionately, there's a harvest coming. There's an elevation coming. There's good news. There's a collaboration. There's wishes. Receiving a blessing. August looks amazing. One last card. What they don't see coming in August. Eight of Cups. Leaving something in the past in August. Now, this can be a mindset, a person, place, a situation, a job, and aligning with your fate and destiny in August. Good luck, fame, fortune. August looks like a pretty amazing month. So let's see. What blessings are coming to the collective? Well, we did see a lot of blessings, but let's just see what comes out. What blessings are coming in for the collective in the month of August? What blessings are coming in for the collective for the month of August? What blessings? Blessings. A manifestation. Something that you are manifesting is coming in. You're coming out as this Queen of Swords. Now, this could be you getting more truth and clarity in the month of August. What blessings are coming in for the inspiration? You could also be inspired to do something, which is a blessing. What blessings are coming in the month of August? What blessings are coming in the month of August? It's like balance is being restored where you may have been struggling, and then happiness and success, something finally hitting, finally paying off, and it lightens your load. Blessings for the month of August. Your creative project's paying off. Double validation. Blessings for the month of August. Again, mastering your mind, walking away either mentally, physically, or spiritually, or emotionally to something that doesn't serve your highest good. Being free of something. It could be a mindset too, like I said. Whoops. And making a brand new investment. This can be fear around making a change about an investment. You know, you're inspired to do something, create something, and you have been afraid to do it. You're going to walk away from that mindset of fear, and you're going to do it. Page of Pentacles. Blessings coming in August. I love that. Again, Ace of Cups. For some of you, this is either self-love or this is coming into union with someone. This divine love. It says new romance, bliss, romantic success, flowing emotion, and this is it. Joy. Perfect joy. So whether it's you on your own, loving yourself, feeling joyful, or you being in this energy and calling someone in, it's pretty amazing. Blessings for August. Blessings for August. Well, I don't know why they're calling this a blessing, but your past person that went into a dysfunctional dynamic where there was a lot of overindulging, they are going to be met with the same conflict that they've caused you, because this is meant to force them to change their perspective, not only on who they are and their own behavior, but who you really are. So I guess it is a blessing because it does feel like vindication in a way. Yeah. I feel that it's going to cause a lot of heartbreak in someone, which will force them to reflect on the pain they caused you. It's an awakening, which ultimately is good news, because when this happens, this person is going to stop with the antics. Yeah, you're an Empress, and in August, you have new opportunities coming in. These are aligned with your passion, what you're passionate about. Could also be love. So that's pretty exciting. So let's do some letters and signs for, I don't know what we're going to call this reading. For the beautiful collective, a dove just flew by the window. I love doves. We have mourning doves here. I like all doves, though. All right, who's this reading about, Holy Spirit? Who's this reading about? Y, Q, T, Capricorn, Aquarius, O, Gemini, Taurus, M, Libra, Pisces, P, F, V, N, G, R, Sag, and E. And let's get some guidance for the beautiful collective. What do they need to be aware of? We get pray like it's your job. Turn on your favorite music and dance. Raise your vibration. Justice will go in your favor. There is someone in your energy that you can't trust. We all know that. Everything that was taken from you will be returned by God. Keep going. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Positive affirmations are needed. New opportunities are headed your way. Let your light shine. Make a wish and believe it's coming. And you know, it's so true. When you have trust and you have faith, unwavering faith, that is exactly what happens. God will restore for you all that was taken. And I've talked about this story before. When I was going through my separation and divorce, my ex said to me, I was instructed not to give you any money. Now, I was living in an apartment that I could not afford. As soon as he walked out of my apartment, the Lord spoke to me and he said, does he really think he has that type of power? And he said, let me show you what I can do. Let me show you what I can do. And I have never had to worry about paying my bills ever since. I'm not wealthy, but God has always taken care of me. And so when you have that type of faith and you stop trying to control the dynamic and truly surrender, and surrender means you don't stress and worry about it. You truly surrender it. There's a difference when you pray and ask the Lord to take your burdens and then you still are crying and anxious or upset. That's not surrendering it. And, it goes back to a story in the Bible where there was a father that brought a child, a younger boy, to Jesus. He had already taken, this boy was demonic possessed. They had already taken him to the disciples, and the disciples couldn't cast out that demon. And Jesus, of course, cast the demon out right away. And the disciples said, why couldn't we do that? And Jesus said, you didn't have enough faith. You didn't believe that it would work. And so it's the belief that makes the difference. I'm getting chills saying that. So, and that's also in the book of Matthew. Let's see. What angel number is associated with this reading, Holy Spirit? Whoops. All right, I'm going to have to re-roll that one because it fell on the floor. Wow. We got 2223. 2223. I love that. All right, let's see. You may be seeing twos. All right. Okay. It carries a significant meaning and guidance. It says it's a reminder from divine forces to recognize people according to their roles in life. And that came out in the reading, seeing who you need to walk away from, who's impeding in your growth and your evolution. The number combines the energy of 2 and 3, symbolizing balance, harmony, and creativity. And this is a lot about creating. Encourages you to align with your higher purpose and understand the profound guidance it offers. The number is inclined towards positively impacting your growth and progress in life. Additionally, it emphasizes the importance of understanding the meaning of its components, such as 2-2 and 2-3, which also hold specific significance. It's a call to focus on your strengths and the roles of those around you. So that's amazing. I like that. I want to do some of the angels and ancestors for you guys. Let's see. What does the beautiful collective need to focus on for the month of August? For the month of August. Unlock the magic within you. Believe in your gifts. Believe in where you're guided to go. Whatever action you're guided to take. It's time for you to unveil your gifts. Believe and unveil your gifts. Trust your instincts. Yeah. You have the answers. You're very connected with the divine. They need you to trust. I'm going to do some from the... Do we want to do this stack? No. We want to do starseed. Okay. Let's do the starseed. All right. For the beautiful collective, what do they need to be aware of? Truth and only truth. For the beautiful collective. It says, you got the love, Hadarian energy, codependency, and boundaries. So in the beginning of the reading, I was saying how love was the target. You were targeted due to love, but now that you've had your awakening, that is your superpower. And that's basically what this is saying. What caused you so much pain and trauma in that codependent energy, now you're able to set boundaries. You have learned to love yourself. You've recognized this wound and you've been focused on healing it. you've got the love inside of you. That's powerful. You just need to know how to protect that loving energy. And they said you're part of a team of souls. Call in support. Ask for help. They're there to help you. We got surrender to the sweetness. Venus energy, that's love. Venus is love, pleasure, joy, make love to life. Yeah, instead of looking at that loving energy that you possess as a curse, now you're looking at that loving energy as a blessing because you've learned how to protect yourself. With Earth pulsing, it says, pulse of the mother, slow down, time in nature. They're asking you to go out in nature in August, get more grounded. And then we got messenger, Sirius energy, bringing harmony and balance. You are a messenger. You're meant to bring harmony and balance, peace and love to the earth because of that love energy that you possess. It says Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. You are protected. God protects you. I love it. Earth school, life lessons, soul growth, study, and higher learning. You learned a lot. This is not an easy school. I would say it's not an easy school at all. So, all right, I think we're going to leave this reading here. No, you know what? Let me do this real quick. I'm going to do some of these angel numbers for you guys. I think you guys like these, so the angel numbers. I'll just get a couple for the beautiful collective. All nines, 999. It says spiritual realm, applying honesty and light daily as a fast track to creating peaceful and meaningful life. It's how you find solutions and comfort. Release worries by speaking your truth and expressing emotions regularly. Open up, for the best is yet to come. You could be seeing those numbers. And the bottom of the deck says prosperity. Wow, significant events are on the cards for you. You will progress in your endeavors and gain new experiences. The right people and resources will be put on your path. An excellent proposal or change is coming. You're destined for greatness. And that came out for August is an opportunity is coming in. Also blessings. So how exciting is that? I love it. Is there anything else? I think we're going to leave that there. I love you guys. I will see you on the part 2. I am scheduling for week after next. I hope you have a blessed day. And yeah, I'll see you on part 2. Bye-bye.